Our theme is Jesus Christ hidden in prophecy. And we will be looking at the Bible specifically as a series of stories. The Bible was not written as a theological textbook, although theology is there. The Bible is stories. There are stories about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There are stories about David. There are stories about Solomon. New Testament stories about Jesus, about Paul. The Bible is stories because God wants to present Himself and His way in story form. So we'll be looking at the stories of God in the Old Testament. And as we study the history of the Old Testament, we will be looking specifically at the story of God seeking man. There are many people who think that it's about man seeking God, but the men of the Old Testament were not seeking God. Most of the people in the New Testament, and even in our day today, they are not seeking God. God is seeking them. It's a story of God seeking fellowship with man. That's God's major purpose in getting involved in the history of the development of mankind. But there are stories of men, as we noticed, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, and others. But these, for the most part, are stories about men seeking themselves. They are not men seeking God, except for a few exceptions. And we'll be looking in that and noticing the difference. But the major story of the Old Testament is really the story of the long-suffering mercies of God. The long-suffering mercies of God. God was willing to suffer long with man to bring him out of the pit that he dug for himself into that place where we can have fellowship with him and be with him. So we'll be looking at the story of the long-suffering mercies of God.